Audit. Thank you.
I would now like to invite Mr. Saqib Masood, Chairman, Taxation Committee, ICAP, to come to the podium and make his presentation on tax audit framework. Mr. Saqib Masood, ladies and gentlemen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mr. Asrar Rauf, Member Direct Tax Policy, FBR. Hafiz Ali Saab, Member Audit, FBR. Madam Yasmin Saud, Chief Commissioner, Large Taxpayers Unit. Past Presidents, officers from the Tax Department. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I have been honored to make a presentation on the tax audit framework that was developed by the ICAP through its taxation committee. And at the outset, I would recognize the contribution made in the development of this audit framework by Shabar Zaidi, the outgoing chairman, and Asad Ali Shah, the former president of ICAP. So my presentation will be first of all, I'll give you a brief background that why and how we developed this framework. Under the 2001 ordinance, all returns filed are accepted on self-assessment basis. But at the same time, there are provisions for tax audit, whether to be conducted by the department itself or to be outsourced. So tax audit is to be used as a deterrence for appropriate declaration by the taxpayers. The process of tax audit conducted so far there is a perception, at least from some quarters, was similar to tax assessment, as we used to get it done under the 1979 ordinance. Now, what is the basic difference between the assessment and our audit? In fact, under the assessment, for an assessment, it is the tax officer who determine that what's my income should be. If I have declared 100 rupees as income, but the tax officer used to say, after, of course, the due process, that no, I don't accept. Your income should be 150 rather than 100. But the tax audit, under the self-assessment scheme, I declare my income. And that is accepted as correct unless and until found to be an incorrect declaration. So the audit process gives either a satisfaction or an assurance that whether the taxpayer has declared the correct income or not, or if not, then what are the lapses, what are the non-declarations or short declarations, and what should be the additions. So there is a fundamental difference between assessment and audit of a tax return, and there was a market perception that was from the taxpayers themselves, from the business community, the tax advisors, that the approach of the tax audit under the 2000 ordinance by the tax department, by the tax officer, was more or less similar to what they used to apply under the assessment of income basis. Whatsoever may be the reason, maybe the recovery pressures or the budgetary targets, whatsoever the reason is. So that was, I would say, understanding or perception. So in this background, the current finance minister, then advisor on finance, Mr. Shaukat Tareen, approached ICAP in early 2009 that he wanted to outsource the audit function or the audit of the tax returns to the professionals. So he requested ICAP to help assist the government in basically developing a tax audit framework and then conducting the audit itself by the chartered accountants. Institute of Chartered Accountants signed an MOU with the Ministry of Finance on 19 June 2009 and agreed to develop a framework, tax audit framework, and also to educate its members how the audit should be conducted, the tax audit should be conducted. Then, while developing this framework, the ICAP considered took into consideration the experience of the previous outsourcing to the profession under the Section 4A of the repealed ordinance 1979 and Section 32A of the Sales Tax Act or the Federal Excise. I mean, this outsourcing was done a couple of years back in early 90s, but unfortunately that cannot be called a success story. So there were the failures, there were the shortcomings, and we considered and looked into that how that can be improved upon. Also, we considered what is the experience in other countries. Is this something unique for Pakistan? Are we doing this thing first time in Pakistan? Or, I mean, the similar outsourcing of tax audit to the profession is in practice in other countries. In this, we came to know that in India, outsourcing is a big business for the profession. And there is no exact statistics available, but the information we received from India was that approximately 1 million tax returns are audited by the chartered accountants, and India started the outsourcing or tax audit to CAs in 1984, and over last 25 years, I mean, they have come to this stage and developed the similar sort of tax audit framework and improved upon. And now about 1 million tax returns annually are audited by the chartered accountants. And unofficial numbers, the fees the chartered accountants earn in India is approximately 100 billion rupees. So this is the information, I mean, about India. And similar is the tax experience in Turkey. There are also the tax auditor outsourced to the chartered accountants, and Iran. But there is one difference as well. In India and Iran, even the statutory auditors can carry out or conduct the tax audit. But here in Pakistan, to start with, what we have agreed with ABR, that the statutory auditor shall not be appointed as the tax auditor of a corporate taxpayer, just to keep and maintain the independence. So what are the objectives of the outsourcing? Confidence building, as I said before, that if this exercise is done by the professionals, by the independent people, so then there should be more trust and confidence to the taxpayers on the exercise. And also, and it should not be like this, that everything is free from misstatement as the taxpayer believes. But on the other hand, nothing is free from misstatement as the revenue so believes. So, development of effective tax audit system, that is the second objective, that if there is a professional input, professional accountants are involved in this process, that will help building capacity building for FBR itself and within the system itself. And as I said in the beginning, of course, tax audit is to be used as a deterrence for the misstatements, understatements, or non-declaration of income. But certainly, tax audit not should be considered or should be used as a tool for tax recovery. We are very clear on this.